It's almost like she's looking out the window waiting for someone to pull in the driveway for a long time. And then it would have just been a memory kind of a situation. So having lost someone that she's now reunited with. I'm sitting in, she's also letting me to acknowledge this as to her. She's sitting in, the floor is like a linoleum. The kitchen table is from where I'm sitting. Okay, she's sitting here, there's a table, I'm right here. There is a door and a window, and then over here, this is where I might flip-flop, but there's a doorway over here. So if I was looking this way, she's here, table's here, door, window, and then an entrance into another part of the house goes that way. But she's just kind of sitting there on the floor. Like I said, it's like a linoleum of some kind, but she's petting a cat, and it's like a tabby, like an orange-looking cat. Okay, and then I'm going to switch really quickly because you guys are connected, and since you're jumping in front of everybody, I might as well read you right now. Okay. I'm kidding. I'm supposed to acknowledge healing around you. I'm supposed to acknowledge that there was a situation that you turned everything kind of around, and it was dealing with like heart health and heart situation, and then you turned it around. And that it was a good thing because you were hearing, you were listening, like you were feeling it, you were hearing it, and I don't know a man that asks for directions, and I don't know a man who goes to the doctor unless he's made to or he's losing something. So the fact that they want to acknowledge that you listened and you took care of things because you were hearing it and you were feeling it. And that this healing came through because it's something that also with heart and arterial health would have run within the family. You dealing with something and having a healing. They're talking about opening your veins and opening everything up for you. Opening it up. And an A name also comes through. An A, I think it would be like R, like not like a pirate, but R, like AR or something comes through. Arnold or Art or something with an A comes through to acknowledge that. And then I'm supposed to tell you, just hear this really quickly. Sounds like they're talking about something about land or splitting land or putting land together. There's something about purchasing land somehow and taking two and making one. It's the only way I can explain it. Something to do with separation or combination of land. And that it's okay. Something about it's okay. It's good. If an opportunity comes to you to purchase land around you or to combine it with something you already own, I'm hearing me tell you to do it. It's not like a Leo. So it's something about Leo or a Leon or Leo something. Does that make sense to you? You make sense to you? See? Then she's jumping in front of you now. See that? What are you gonna do? Okay. All right. Very cool. Okay. Thank you, Kayla, for having me keep track because otherwise I would be off in la la land all the time. You and the G jacket. You're going to be reunited with someone from your past. They are going to come in unbeknownst to you, unacknowledged. What's in the past should stay in the past. What is explained? Okay, so as whatever is presented to you, the way you have to take it is their nature. So for instance, if 10 years ago, this is a person who is a Scorpion, that is their nature. So regardless of what their behavior shows, they will still be a Scorpion. Meaning, if you pick up a Scorpion's nature is to sting. Regardless, if you pick up a snake, it's probably going to bite you. the safest thing to do is just to acknowledge this. You can connect, but understand if you get too close, you're probably going to get stung regardless. So your guides want you to know what's in the past, stays in the past. Don't make any current changes to your life situation right now based on what somebody says from your past as having been, oh, this is great, or would be wonderful now, or this I've changed, or I'd be a better friend, or whatever. No, this is, you know what, keep them at a distance and don't alter your current life situation for anything in the past. This also looks like this would have been someone at one point that would have put your welfare to the side and would not have considered what is best for you. The way they also say it almost looks like there would have been a change with work or educational situations where this person, so in the past, you would have turned down a career opportunity for someone. This person seems to be coming back into your life somehow. I don't care how much they've evolved or say they have. And I'm trying to discern if this is male or female, and I'm assuming this is the way they're making it sound as male information. And this is not somebody who you would trust either. Somebody who you already have a lack of faith in or a lack of trust in. But there is a definite educational change coming for you. So a learning curve. So you're either going back to school or your career, your work is going to send you for a learning curve. Take it, because it'll put you in a position of within the ability to jump up a level, even if it's not within the same company. It will put you in a place to be able to jump up a level where you really are wanting to go. Now, I would love to put you somewhere that deals with phone. Oh, I thought I muted that. I was like, where is it? Was it me? No, it's all good. I'm good. Most people know I'm doing this. So, I just really lost the train of thought. What we do in the shadow business. I just want to make sure I get this right before I let my mouth. Because I would love to put you in you're really good at this. You may have thought that at one point in your life you were bad at this. But you're really good at organization, and you're really good at the detailed nitty-gritty of things. And I'd love to put you in like financials, banking, in like the back office administrative aspect of things. And you're objective with people, so you don't become buddy-buddy with those around you, so you're able to really have that leadership managerial experience, relationship, instead of like, oh, hey, let's go out for a drink afterward. Oh, sure, I was late. Is that your comments? You don't have that going on. There's a definite difference between your friendships and business. So, and I know I gotta move on, but I know you've got some networking going on right now that'll also connect you to some other connections that will really take, see, this is a totally different direction. Okay, you've got your career, you got what you do on a normal daily basis, but there's something else that's going to connect you to take you to your dream job. And it doesn't look like it's going on around here. It looks like you'd actually have to move for this. Go for it, right? It almost feels like it's in the public eye. It almost feels like it's public, where it feels like it's dealing with a lot of people publicly. I mean, weird. It's like I take you from an office and stick you on a runway. It's weird. But there's the managerial aspect of things. All right. I'm going to touch on you really quickly because your eyes just like straight through my brain. Your guides, you have a situation within your life right now that you've known needs alteration and change for a long time, and it's now the time. And you already kind of probably feel it because I'm watching you, and your energy is like at the stoplight brake torquing. So you know all you have to do is let your foot off the brake, so you're holding yourself back. All you need to do is let off, and that power is going to take you forward. And it looks like you do leave a lot of people in the dust. But those that Those that want to end up at the finish line with you are going to ride alongside and shoo, right with you. Part of that comes down to people around us that are afraid of losing us. So they will, they'll belittle us, or they'll make us feel like we're incapable, even with little comments like, you can't do that, because if you do, you're totally going to freak out, or you're going to be scared, or you can't do that, because you're going to, they just kind of give little tiny hints. It's like, I love you, but you can't do that because you're terrified. Oh, maybe I am terrified. Oh, that was really bad. So it doesn't have to be a blatant form of stomping on you. It can be something little and kind over time. And I don't care if it's a spouse, a parent, or a sibling. Leave them in the dust. Just go. Because Spirit is saying, time, you've been giving so many benefits of the doubt for so long. It's no longer you. It's no longer, it's like, you have to realize it's not you that's doing this. Can you smell like strawberries? Strawberries are good. I've never smelled someone who smells like an outhouse or anything like that. I don't know what their personality would be like to smell like that, but I've never, I guess, smelled, so strawberries is good. Strawberries is good. Okay. All right. Okay, on the end, big earrings. Yes. Why are you here? Like, why are you here? You have this energy that I would expect to see you and your energy walking like Fifth Avenue in New York for some reason. It's just like, I can pick you up and put you in a high success mode. So this is what's interesting about your soul. I can put you in like the best suit and the heels and throw you on Fifth Avenue and you totally fit in. You connect, people recognize you, but let me also point out, I can also put you in like black leather chaps and a tank top and stick you in some biker bar and you get along well there too. Okay? That shows me you have chameleon energy, which means that you have an older soul. And it means that because of having your older soul, like all older souls are like this, but they're pointing it out to you for a reason tonight. So you having an older soul means that you are able to read the situation, you're able to become who you need to be within that moment to make other people feel comfortable, and how to make the most of that moment. It also means that you would also be ministering to people and helping and guiding, and that you're being used for that form or fashion is to reach people. Sad thing is people are, for the most part, superficial. And nobody wants to admit that, but people are. Because you see the person on the outside, you decide right now if you like them or not, and then if you don't go any further, any deeper. You don't get to know that soul. Whereas you are able to read people and their energy, and you make them feel important because you actually break past that initial energy and get into what's going on, which would make you a great counselor or therapist. And a big ear, like just a big giant ear. Because people, when you're an ear, everybody will throw up all their information on you, and you want to be like, oh my God, let me tell you about your day. This is what, oh, sorry, I gotta go. Okay, see you later. They don't consider maybe that you might need help or that you might need guidance. They're just like, oh, she's fine. I haven't heard from her for like 5 days. She must be busy, and you're just like in a basement with a broken hip or something. Nobody's checked on you because people don't think you need help. But being a strong soul, they're also saying that you are very mushy on the inside. It's interesting. Okay, I want to see where they want to take you with that. Okay. When I try to pick you up, I know my time up. When I try to pick you up, I just want to check something really quickly. you up and try to drop you on your beach, and you kind of do what's the ball thing? What is it? No, pinball. Yeah, I put you down and you're like bing, 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 all over your beach, which means you're too busy. You're not settled. You're always on the go. You don't know how to stop. And what's important about that is because they go to say that you're willing to help everyone with their own problems, but you don't deal with your own. The problem with that is when we have a problem and we go, oh, and we swallow it, it sits here, and we compact it, and we compact it, until all of a sudden we have an autoimmune disease and you're suffering from IBS. So that's what you do. And it could stop here. It can end up in your lungs. It can be throat. You could have major shoulder issues, stomach problems, ulcers. But if your body is consistently seeing you are the problem, it will go, hey, I'm the problem. I'll turn on myself. Bam. So if you debrief yourself every night. When you go to bed, ask yourself, what was today? Was today sucky? Am I angry? Am I still holding on to somebody? You know? Like, if you're doing the dishes and you're yelling at somebody that drove next to you and just cut you off, and you're still yelling at them a week later, we've never done that before. Let them go. You're holding on to their energy, and that's an attachment. So you have to debrief yourself and let all those things go. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. All right. All right. Ooh. Okay, this is good. Well, it gets really good. All right. So there is a place that it's what I call the boulder. And so we have to climb these boulders, not the mountain. This is different. This is you sitting down, having a drink, and going, where does this thing go? And your curiosity is the best of you. You end up, if you're not doing this right now, it will be something that comes to you pretty quickly, where you are inspired, where you are fed, and you're all of a sudden going, I want to know where this goes. So the thing is that when you're facing the boulder, you get up, hey, I'm going to climb the boulder. Does anybody want to join me to climb the boulder? Yeah, okay, I'm going to stay here. So you decide to do this. Now it's perpendicular, so you're like swaying, trying to climb this thing. It's difficult. If you've ever climbed one of those mountainy things, it's hard, okay? And unless you're really good at it, and I'm not, so it's hard, for me at least. But you climb this boulder. Okay, 10 feet tall, you get to the top, and it's beautiful, and it's lush. And as you look over the expanse of this thing, you're like, oh my God, you gotta climb up here, it's so freaking awesome. And there's a huge garden, like, I'm candy. Well, that would be my boulder top, okay? And so they're like, no, I'm good, I'm gonna stay right here, and you go have fun. And so you have these bare feet, and nobody's holding you back, and this huge expanse of all these fun things to do. Now, what's the first thing we think? Well, I want to do this, but the people I love and care about are not here with me, so I don't want to go too far because I want to have fun without them. The thing is you're walking and you're like, oh, we'll get some cotton candy. And somebody comes on and says, hey, I'll get cotton candy. Nobody wanted to join me. Would you like to join me? Sure, let's go. Therein lies the problem. Because now, both of you have been slammed together in a situation where you're going in the same direction, and everybody else is choosing not to. The point of the matter is there are choices that you may be going through right now or coming up soon that you cannot make a horse drink. You know, that saying, you take it to water. Okay. It's not your fault that these people don't want to climb the boulder. All you can ask is, please climb the boulder with me. I need you to see this. I need you to come up here with me. I want you to come up here with me. And if they choose not to, that is not your fault. The thing is this, they'll say, why don't you just come back down here with me again? Okay, great. So imagine that. You go back down, now you're full of all this, oh yeah, I climbed a boulder. I experienced all of that. I saw everything that I can have. There's other people up there doing what I want to do, but I'm going to sit in my chair at the bottom of the boulder. Can you imagine how you're going to be freaking mind? Yeah. So this is the case. You are not psychically, mentally, physically, there is no part of you that will ever sit down in that bottom of the boulder ever again. When you're faced with opportunities that are going to expand who you are and make you feel better about yourself and your growth, you have to take them or you'll really, really regret it. Now, 3 years ago, I've been doing this for a long time, okay? And I'm just going to give this example because I don't want to call this out, but about 3 years ago, I've been doing this forever, and I heard, Rebecca, you need to do this publicly more. And I was like, what do you mean more? You have to travel, okay? And I have like 100 kids, and like a husband, and we have to do it. I don't think I can do it. Because who's going to feed my kids? Like, who's going to feed any of them? So they kept pressing this on me, and I got on the phone with my friend, and I said, you're a manager. I'm going to do this. He was at work, and we got on, and we booked like 10 different places all across the Midwest that I was going to have to travel for like 6 months. And I'd be going home, of course, but we booked all of it. And I went to him and I said, hey, honey, I'm going to be doing this like every other weekend. And he's like, well, he threw a fit. I'm just going to tell you, it was the biggest man baby I ever saw in my life. And he was kind of pouty for about 3 weeks about it. And I said, look, I can either tell you about all these awesome experiences I'm having when I come home every night, or I can share these experiences with you every other weekend when I drop the kids off. And he went, okay, where are we going? What are we doing? And you just, if you're going to climb a boulder, if you're going to be faced, I would have regretted it. And it could be anything. It could be taking a painting class. It could be learning language. It could be traveling to see somebody you love. Maybe they don't want to go. Go! But I don't want to go without you, man. I'm going. You know what? I'm just like, I'm going. Do it. It's so important. You'll know, too. You're going to know the moment. You may already know what I'm talking about, but you'll know. In the gentleman in the purple leaf? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Can you say hello for me? Do it again. And you in the purple next to him, say it. Oh, louder than that. Hello? Okay. Okay, so it is for you in the burgundy. Yeah, you. Alright. Sorry, you're so thirsty to do this. I am supposed to tell you that Spirit knows you and recognizes you personally, specifically. There's an experience at some point in your life that I'm supposed to acknowledge you've been touched somehow. And you speak it or you orate it. There's a gut, like I don't know, like an eerie or a blend, like there's a gutting that comes through.